Welcome to the My Brain, My Happiness podcast. My name is Joe, and on each episode, it is my goal to spread awareness on mental health. No, I'm not a therapist, a psychiatrist, or a medical doctor. I'm just a guy who has had a lifelong relationship with mental illness, specifically OCD. Together with you, I want to blow the roof off the stigma that comes with having a mental illness. You need to know you're not alone. I promise this podcast will be upbeat and positive. My goal with each episode is to make you understand that you don't have to take this on alone or in silence. Now let's change some lives. Hey everybody, welcome to episode 14 of My Brain, My Happiness. This is Joe, and I am sitting here with my Diet Coke per usual. And today I want to talk a little bit about self-love. And we all need a little self-love. You know, it's funny because a lot of people don't even know what the value of self-love is, what the meaning of it is. It's not about superficial things. It's not about what you own or how big your house is or how much money you make. It's about knowing your own self-value. It's about knowing your own self-worth. And it's about knowing that no matter what anybody else thinks of you, you need to know that you love yourself independent of what any other person thinks of you. Right? I love myself independent of the love that you give me. Right? I am here and I have a purpose. And that's what you need to understand about self-love. Every day we are a work in progress. And one thing that's really important about self-love and being able to move forward in life is forgiveness. Forgiveness is accepting that things have happened and you need to move forward. It's giving up the hope that the past is somehow going to be different. It's not. The past is never going to be different. It's already fucking happened. So you have to look at those things that happened to you in the past that are bad, that hurt you, and you're holding on to it. And it's like holding you hostage. You have to learn to be able to forgive not only yourself, but other people. You have to be willing to break away from the past. Remember, the path you chose from your past is what got you to where you are right now. Things are going to happen, man. They're going to happen, and you got to let it go. It doesn't matter what's happened to you. It matters about what are you going to do about it, right? When bad things happen to you, what are you going to do about it? If you want to be able to achieve greatness, if you want to have a happy life, you got to be willing to go against the tide. You got to be able to harness the will to fight and forgive and forget about all the bad shit that's happened in your past. I'm not saying don't learn from it, but just learn from it. Don't let it haunt you. Don't let it hold your brain hostage. You know, we all sometimes, a lot of us, we want to reinvent ourselves, right? We haven't found our purpose in life. We want to reinvent ourselves. One of the things you can do is write down the person that you want to become. What are the things that you have to overcome? What part of your personalities do you have to change? Because you know that those characteristics of your personality are liabilities. So really take a deep look at yourself and know what you need to change. We all have parts of us that we need to improve on. What are your strong points? Look at them and work on them and make them even stronger. Hey, another thing that you could do is think about getting a coach. It doesn't have to be a life coach or anybody. It can just be a friend, a loved one, anyone. that is going to be able to tell you honestly the things that you need to hear and not just the things that you want to hear. That person has to not be afraid to tell you what they think you need to improve on so that you're able to grow. That is crucial because you can't always just hear the things you want to. You know, there is a study that showed that high performers are just proven to be happier people. They relate to words like achievement and joy and confidence. They don't think about like grind and just like the everyday fight that comes with getting to where they want to be. They enjoy the process. They enjoy the journey. They enjoy the journey that took them to where they are. High performers, they never settle. They strive to be better. But one thing that you need to learn is sometimes you have to be satisfied with your achievements. It's okay to want to perform better every day. It's okay to want to improve. But sometimes just stop and give yourself some credit on what you've accomplished in your life. So I'm not saying that never ever, when I say don't settle, I don't mean just, I'm never happy. I need to keep moving forward. I need to keep this process up. I need to keep improving. Yeah, you want to keep improving, but you need to stop once in a while, take a look at your life, look at your achievements, and learn to recognize them and give yourself credit for them. Because you don't want to come to the end of your life and think that you've accomplished nothing because you never let yourself settle. Don't get not settling confused with not enjoying your accomplishments or giving yourself credit for that. Another thing is you got to stop letting your scary thoughts control you. You need to know that you are always in charge. Think of a scary thought or think of a negative thought or a scary thought like a drop of water, right? So one drop of water hits the ground, no big deal, right? It doesn't do anything. But 2 drops, 3 drops, 1,000 drops, now it starts to perform a puddle. And then the next thing you know, it performs, it's forming like a lake or whatever. And now all of a sudden you're drowning. You can't let your scary thoughts hold you back. You can't drown in those. You need to look at those thoughts and use them as motivation. Look at those thoughts and say, I'm going to overcome you. You're not going to hold me back. I'm going to use you as motivation to drive forward. A lot of times people think, work, it's a huge part of our lives. It's really important to try to do something that makes you feel your self-worth. At the end of the day, you want to feel like I accomplished something today. And I know in a lot of situations it's easier said than done. God knows we've all been in fucking jobs that we just don't enjoy, right? It just happens. But you do have a choice. You have a choice to stay there or you have a choice to get out. And you need to be brave enough and strong enough and have self-awareness to know that sometimes you need to walk away, not only from jobs or situations, but sometimes people that bring negativity to your life. You need to be able to be strong enough to say, fuck it, I'm done, and turn the other way and just go. That is such a hard thing to do, and it is a brave thing to do. When you have to cut somebody out of your life or cut something out of your life that's been part of it and you're comfortable with it, no matter what it brings you, it's a tough thing to get rid of. Be brave. Believe in the process. Sometimes it's going to be hard. But if you just keep your eye on that prize, the journey will be so worth it. And then a lot of times, as you're working towards that goal and you're working towards that feeling of self-value and self-worth, you will enjoy the journey, and the purpose will become passion. Remember, you have to value yourself. This is what will drive you to greatness and your full potential. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for listening today. Kind of a shorter podcast, but I really do appreciate it. I love you all. I hope everybody had a great holiday weekend. This is Joe Dillon, my brain, my happiness. Peace. Love you.